So construction began on July 2, 1948, less than 2 years before the official opening on June 16, 1950. By the time the tournament kicked off, entire chunks of the stadium weren't finished. This should come as a surprise to absolutely nobody. We saw this happen in Uruguay at the start, and 20 years later, the World Cup still maintained the tradition of playing in unfinished stadiums. I actually think this is really sweet because at its core, the World Cup has always been a little bit about biting off just a little more than you can chew. Nations with no real chance of lifting the trophy will still enter the tournament with the full conviction that they will become the world champions. The World Cup at its core is about dreaming a little bit too big, setting ambitious goals, and striving beyond just one tournament. And the stadiums, for the most part, are the same. So at this point, you're probably thinking, the rest of the world is in ruins. Nobody even wanted to host the tournament. Where the hell did Brazil get the money to fund this massive stadium that wouldn't be finished until 17 years after they broke ground? Well, that would be the Brazilian government, of course. And critics, as you could expect, weren't too stoked about it. So as you would expect, critics argued that this money would be better spent on healthcare or education. Honestly, it sounds like my mum when I'm spending too much money on football shirts. And perhaps the critics and my mum are right, but history would look very different if it hadn't been for this very stadium. Ultimately, like me spending money on football shirts, the government decides to build the stadium despite the hate, because this is about more than just football. This is about Brazil's legacy on the world stage.